Exclamation, everybody, and welcome back to LiveCraftMine server. This will be attempt number 3 to record a full episode for me. It's a bit frustrating right now. I had all kinds of things planned out for this episode. I was going to work, as you saw in the sped up sequence, I was going to work on the library. I am not going to work on the library right now. Because every time I try to work on this damn thing, my computer crashes and I lose all my footage. So, and I seem to have narrowed it down to actually looking at the ceiling that I've built. So I'm not going to look up. I'm going to keep myself from looking up so that this does not crash again. But I have been doing some work in the library, as you can see. From the inside here, I've got this stairwell going. And I think I like this better than the fences. So I'm going to probably go with the polished diorite. I believe this is what that is, right? Polished diorite, yep. And inside here I've got polished granite column. I've just got some regular stone half steps here. And you can just kind of spin up here. And then the kind of weird thing here is that you do go up this way, up the stairway. But, oh, hey, Chaffee, how are you? But as I walk up here, this is kind of the weird thing, but it works, I think. I think it works okay. Chaffee is looking up at my roof because I told him that it kept crashing my computer. Apparently he's having better luck than me. No. Challenge completed. So I'm not going to do it. But I've been having a problem every time I try to explain what I've done with the dome here on the library, or what I'm going to do with the dome. The computer crashes, so I'm not going to look up from here. We'll have to look at it another day. But we can look at the outside. First of all, this is the second floor here. And this is the extent of the second floor. And I might put some pillars along here, but it doesn't really need it. But I might do it just to give it a nice look and feel. So I'm going to possibly do that. Down here, this stone is going to be the base floor. Ooh, this Enderman's having a bad day. Is going to be the base floor, but I'm going to pop out a few blocks here and there, get rid of these torches, and put glowstone down. And then on top of that, I'm going to put carpet, and I'm going to make it multicolored because there is a lot of gray going on in this place right now. So I want to kind of make it a little bit more colorful. And obviously I'm going to have bookshelves along the walls here. This is all I could afford at the moment, was this one bookshelf. So I'm going to have to do a lot of leather grinding. I have tons of paper, but I don't have enough leather. So I'm going to have to spend some time over on my farm there, breeding and killing cows. So this is what I have so far on the inside. Again, not looking up at the roof because maybe actually I could. I have an ender pearl, I think. So maybe I will ender pearl up to the roof and then look at it that way, so I'm not looking upwards at it. Perhaps that is the trick. I hope so. Because this is attempt number 3 at recording, I am going to actually. I want to drop some of this off too. This is going to be more of a talky episode. I've been trying to keep the talky episodes to a minimum because it seems like most people don't like that in their Minecraft anymore, which is fine. I have no problem with that. So I will, unfortunately, this is going to be a talky one because I've lost so much footage. I've lost about 45 minutes of footage total now. across 2 recording sessions. So it's a bit rough and tumble at the moment. All right, let's get up here and look at it from down and see if it's if it's a little bit better here. So you can see up here, the way I'm doing the roof, I have like a small circular opening here. This whole roof is going to be glass. In particular, it's going to be stained glass. So I don't have enough glass to do it though yet. So it's going to be a long running project, as most of my things are. But I have specifically broken it up into 3 sections here. This section, the left half, the right half, right half, left half, and then this center portion. And the reason for that is I'm going to make like using the stained glass, and I got to do this on a creative world first, because it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out how to make it look the way I want it to look, or what colors will be correct for what I want it to look like. But I'm going to have 3 scenes, the 3 basic scenes in Minecraft. On one of these sides is going to be sort of an overworld scene where I'm going to try to use the correct colors and whatnot to make it look like it's an overworld. You know, greens and browns, and which I need to find some freaking cocoa beans because I have no brown at all. So, which is why I was out gallivanting around the world trying to find a jungle and everything else. And then on the other side will be a nether scene, so lots of reds and oranges. And then in the center will be whatever I can make of the end. So it's going to be a small thing, so it'll probably be more like maybe the face of the Ender Dragon or something like that. Because that seems like a relatively easy thing to do. And then that will complete the look and feel of the dome of the library here, and I think that'll look kind of nice. Around the edges of the library here, you can see I've made the library come out twice, or 2 blocks, and I've used the andesite, the polished andesite, and then I've got regular stone brick, which you can see a little bit better on the other side. And I've put all these, tried to get the stairs along the way here, and we've got, there's a couple going opposite directions, so I'll have to see what I can do with that. I don't know. I think that looks okay, but we'll see. And or actually, that is probably okay. I just have to put maybe another step down the bottom. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that works. In the front here, I've got my quartz columns, and I've got a little overhang here, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the front here. I want to spruce this up a little bit. This is kind of a little too plain for me. So that's what I've got so far here. Oh, finally the rain has stopped. And inside here you can see where the andesite meets the stone bricks. I think that looks really nice, those 2 things together. So hopefully once I get more, I mean it's very gray and I want to get more color in here, but we'll see. Obviously as I work on it, we'll see what pops out of my brain and what doesn't. And then we'll come over to the farm here. Now, since I meant to work on that and show you what I was working on that, and I actually had about 25 minutes recorded before I lost footage there. So unfortunately, we're not going to get to see that today. But I do have some other things to do over here, namely, I want to start getting some of these stands set up. So I'm going to do that, and then, or do a little bit of that today. Also, before I jump into that, what are we doing for time here? Okay, I got some time. Before I jump into that, I want to show you what I've done over here on the farmhouse. First of all, I started to dig out the frontage here, and I'm going to get rid of all this dirt so that we can see, you know, we can see the underneath here, and have it just on pillars, and then we'll have fences around, nether brick fences around it. I've got some more quartz columns in, at least on the edges, on the sides. until I figure out where I want them in the center, so I don't waste anything along the way here. And you see I actually ran out of it here. And back here, this is the most depressing part, right? Is that I wanted to start this episode off with a bang, because I went out, as I've mentioned, I went exploring, and I found, what I did not mention is how much loot I found. I found 7 villages and 3 desert temples while I was out questing for like a jungle biome, and also I was trying to see if I could find a mesa biome. Now, I have since found the mesa biome that we have on the server already linked up, so that's where I've gotten the clay that you can see here on the farmhouse, and I'm liking the way this is looking so far. I've got the white stained clay down here. I've got the light blue up here. What I want to do though, I've got it going all the way around except for the back there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do up the top yet though. I don't know if I'm going to continue with the light blue stained clay up there, or if I'm going to do a different color. I think I'm going to have to make it the same color so it doesn't look weird. But for these outcroppings here, I might do those as the white stained clay. I'm not sure yet. It really depends on how it looks when I'm done. But back here, because I found 3 desert temples, I had 27 blocks of TNT for free. And I started to clear out some of this. Oh, there's a skelly over there just kind of looking at me. And I started to clear some of this out, and I wanted it to be a nice big kaboom to start the episode off with. But see ya, Chaffee. But I didn't set it up properly. Like the TNT was a little too far away from each other, so it didn't do a chain reaction like I wanted. So it was kind of a disappointment anyway. So you didn't miss much there, unfortunately. At some point, I would like to. I did clear out some of this stuff, but I might want to clear out this whole mountain at some point and just kind of level it out. So perhaps there will be a chance to do that in the future once I get some more TNT into my possession. But until then, I can just clear out what's left here and just get the. I just need to clear back a few paces here. And this guy's finally seen me. Oh man, I hate these freaking skeletons. Hate them. And I don't have any food, so I need to run away because I am not regenning. I gotta get over here and get some food too. I'm in dire straits here, all kinds of dire straits. I have plenty of wheat though, so at least I can make some bread. I'll be sustaining myself on bread. So that's the extent that I've done on the farmhouse. And also Captain Tin was over here a little bit earlier during one of my live streams. By the way, I did most of that exploration on a live stream, so if you don't follow me on Twitch, you can. It's Memory Leak Death. Every so often I'm on there. I don't have any set schedule, but I usually do the off-camera work that you don't see me do here, like a lot of the grunt work of getting blocks placed and getting some resources or doing some exploration, so on and so forth. So if you kind of like to see some of that stuff, you can see it live. That is what I do. That is how I roll. So feel free you can follow me on Twitch and you'll get a notification when I go live. So that is that. That is my shameless promotion. In the meantime, I've got to get some food in my belly here, and also get some wool because we're going to make some of these stands and move some things around. So I will do that, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and just as the rain started. Oh boy. Let us, since we are the only ones on right now, perhaps I can I can reset this rain. That would be terrific for a change. All right. And you can see what we have accomplished so far. It's been about half an hour or so. I've got some of the stands up, maybe not the full final colors or extent of the banners on them, but this is the start, and I've made them all slightly different from one another, just to kind of give them a little bit of a differentiation as you're walking through here. The stands themselves, that is. And the idea is in the chest would be the stuff that you would take out, and then if there's nothing in the chest, you take from what's behind and then replant and then put anything else, any extra in the chest that happened to be there. So that is what I'm working on. That is what I have worked on. I have a few more. Actually, I have a little bit more gravel that I can put on this path here, kind of get it a little bit more fleshed out, a little bit further fleshed out, I should say. Let's put these potatoes in there. Just did a little potato harvest just before I started recording again. And I am, as you can probably guess, extremely tired right now. This has been a multi-hour ordeal here trying to record just one episode because of all the episodes that died out on me. So I apologize if I sound like I am worn out, because I am at the moment. But I will plunge forward. I will plunge forward and continue. So this might end up being a shorter episode because of that. We'll see. If I'm lucky, maybe it'll be a full 20 minutes. Because I feel like I talked a little bit at the beginning about some of the stuff that happened. What I did not talk about though is some of the loot that I got from my quest. I think I mentioned it slightly, but I didn't go into full detail. So we might as well run over to the spawn house, since we're going to be logging off very soon, and see where we're at as far as the loot goes. Again, as I had mentioned, I found a bunch of stuff out while I was looking around. I was looking around for a jungle biome and a mesa biome. I've since gone to the mesa biome that the server has already found. Let's get a little refresh job here. And gotten the clay that I needed for the farmhouse. So I don't need those in terms of resources anymore. However, I'd still like to find one on my own. It'd be kind of nice. But also, I do need a jungle. And I know a jungle biome has been found because I've seen jungle trees. Well, there's a jungle tree right there. But I want to get some cocoa beans and also, really, primarily I want to get cocoa beans. I also want to get some jungle wood, so I have it, some jungle saplings. I don't want to take from the community because even though I can replant it, just because I want to get it on my own if at all possible. Now down here we'll look in our loot chest, and you'll see some of the loot that I have come away with: a couple saddles, all the iron, gold, and diamond horse armor. And there's a couple more music discs around. Actually, oh wow, I do have some more books than I thought I had. That's fantastic. I didn't think I had that many books. These music discs and whatnot. And 4 name tags. This is not from my quest earlier, but rather just before my recording session tonight. I was down in a cave that was adjoining my smeltery as I was waiting for things to cook up, namely the stone and whatnot. And I found a dungeon, a skelly spawner down there, skelly dungeon. And in both chests, there were 2 name tags in either chest. I still haven't finished taking all the stuff out of those chests. I will have to do that a little bit later. But that ended up being a very fruitful trip. So I found 4 name tags all at once. And I have witnesses to it. Captain Tin was online while I rejoiced in my find. So I think my apologies if it was a very short episode. Again, I've had some problems actually recording this. This is my third attempt at doing it. My game has continued to crash for some reason. I don't know why. Minecraft is suddenly unstable when looking at certain things, but this has only started happening since we've been working on the snapshot. So I'm hoping it's something that is just a temporary issue that will resolve itself in time. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.